Hi, this is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of Kitmaker Network and Armorama.com, and welcome to another Cracking the Box. Today in our continuing Zvezda series, we have the T14 Armata, which is the T14 Armata in Cyrillic, obviously. So it's not actually the way they say it, but yeah, just to us it looked like Armata. This is a Russian main battle tank. I'm not sure, I don't have a lot of background on this vehicle or information about it, but I think it's one of their newer, more modern tanks. I might be off about that. There'll be a little history bit section in the instructions, and I'll point that out. This one is a joint stock company research and production corporation, old Ural Van Zgato. So they worked with this Ural Vagon Zavad to probably do some of the research. I'm guessing this might be the defense company that maybe built it. From looking at this, it says Research and Production Corporation. So, well, anyways, probably the Russians who know more about this, who they're watching than I do. So if you know, you can go and leave comments about who Ural Vagon Zavod is. Ural Vagon Zavod. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look real quick. Some interesting things on I don't think it just didn't come through. Actually, there's a piece of white over this, so they have actually covered up the color things with a black and white. I'm not sure how that helps you, but maybe maybe these are the normal humble numbers, so they're just trying to give you the numbers of paints you'll need. But the instructions probably will be pointing that out as well in terms of on the inside. So let's go ahead and crack her open now. Get that piece off there, and all right. So this has never been opened before. Seriously. The legal thing here. We've got the instructions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions first. I'll do it right this time. Alright. Parts overlay. Looks like we're looking at some netting that's included with it. Track links that look like they're in sections as well as smaller sections. Not seeing how they're doing. There's some individual sections here, but those look like spare track. And then there's a section here. So we'll have to see how they're doing that in terms of the curved sections, because I don't see enough individual links, unless I'm just not picking them up. But it doesn't look like they have individual links to do the curvy sections. Maybe they're going to bend them or something. That would be kind of interesting. All right. They have a. They don't have this in color, obviously, so this is just going to be in the Humbrol colors again. But they do list them: chrome, silver, gunmetal, sand, scarlet, white, black. So pretty typical colors. First section we have here is looks like a smoke discharger to me, but yeah, some various different internal parts or external parts, more accurately. The main gun going together, two-piece with a front barrel section, and this looks like a smoke discharger, doesn't it? Or maybe there's some kind of nope, I'm going to say those are smoke dischargers. Anyways, could be wrong. The main turret going together with some of those parts, and then basically the gun going onto it. So you're doing the main turret first, and we've got internal parts going in now. Those look like smoke dischargers, though. What the heck? I'm totally confused. Maybe the other thing was like rockets or something. I don't know. Yeah, again, not an expert on this tank. Although they're not showing, those are going on the inside. Oh, okay. So those are some kind of. Oh, those are going on the inside, but maybe they're internal. Interesting. Well, anyways, theorizing over. The rear upper deck section parts going on frontally, rear, some vision ports and things. Some interesting under details there on that front lower plate. So it looks like, I want to say that they are going to have you bend these. So there's little kind of round parts. I don't know if that's a guide. Yeah, I don't know how they're showing those going together, but there looks like two of the two-piece sections are going. You're putting those together, and then there's like a curvature there. So I'm not sure whether you're using that to actually curve the pieces or how that's working. But yeah, suspension arms going on, track sections going on. They're not showing very much track. They're pretty much all kind of straight laced. Although, you know, with this track, I'm sure you can bend it a little bit if you want to try to put some sags or some bits in. There wouldn't be a lot of sag probably on a modern piece of armor, though. And a lot of it's going to be covered up by the side armor. So, and then they got some slat sections going on the back here. And that's pretty much it. Seem to go together very quickly. I would say probably as a criticism that Some of these instruction sheets could have been for a vehicle this complex with how many parts did this one have? Because they usually list on the front. Oh, they didn't list on this one. But yeah, for with as many parts that are in this one, it just seems like sometimes the instructions are a bit rushed. All right, so now if you watched my previous review on the T35, that had the green darkish plastic, and this one has the gray. So again, yeah, I think this was used. This one is a new tool using the newer production systems, and I'm guessing anyways. But yeah, they just. I mean, in terms, some things look the same. Like they actually had that piece the same in the main hull. Well, actually, not the main hull. There was another piece that the top section had a sprue that went in there and plucks that out, obviously, and then gets cut off. But all right, let's take a look. We've got that two screws I pulled out. The lower hull section here, the turret, upper and lower turret with the upper deck, and another sprue section. Some clear pieces with the decals, the road wheels and track sections, and other suspension bits, and then another section of the, I guess these are the guide horns. Oh, that's what they're showing going in there. And then you curve those around. Interesting. I didn't get that from the instructions. Let me look at that again. Oh yeah, they are showing it there. So the guide horn section in the middle goes on theirs, and I guess that's the little small curved guide horn section. And they had some, for this individual trucks, they just have showing one going on. Okay, well, that works. Let me go ahead and get this out of the way, and then I'll opening the bags. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the hull section first. And I'm not sure when I'll have these videos starting out, because I've done now 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be a lot of photo taking here. So hull, fairly, very smooth, very non-texturedized, but good detail. No internal markings here that I'm seeing. In terms of dates or anything like that. Although they do have something here in the middle of this, which I haven't seen them do before, and that is, hey, they've got 2016 on here. Wow, so yeah, that's good to know. I mean, there might have actually been one on that other kit. I just didn't look. So yeah, and this kit did come out last, either early this year or late last year. I want to say. We've been sitting on it for a little while, and I apologize to Zvezda, but yeah, we just have a plethora of kits. We still have to plow through some of our back inventory. This kit is, by the way, this kit is available for a build or review feature. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning, but I'm sure I'll mention it again at the end. But yeah, if you're interested and you are familiar with our contributor process, that's definitely something we are doing. All right, let me go ahead and take a look at the deck section there and that upper and lower turret. Man, it is hot in here. Usually my air conditioner is good at cooling this place down, but it's 100 and something degrees today, and it's just not doing it. All right, so the two-piece hull, again, has some dating on it, which is nice. Some nice detail here on the upper section, various different plates. I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, there's some interesting stuff. And God, they're showing this as obviously not designed for see-through visibility or anything, because this, I would assume that this bottom plate here wouldn't actually be here on the real tank, because obviously the crew would need to get in and out of the turret. So there's no hatch or anything. So yeah, these little small plastic extrusion parts here that are kind of floating around. But yeah, this looks good, and the rear, or the overall deck. Top of the tank here looks good as well. A lot of visibility through here on the various rear deck sections. Again, the holes here, but once this piece goes on, which it's interesting, it doesn't have there's no actual, must be on another part, but I mean there's no you expect the part that interlocks here, but I must not see that. Oh, it's down here. I see it on another sprue. Anyway, so this definitely take a look at the photos on this though, because it has a lot of nice details, bolt details in here, and just looks very on target. This sprue has various bits on it, either radio antennas and some of those tracks, which may already be kind of angled a little bit, but yeah, they're not angled much, unless that's not the 2-track segment that goes where I think it goes. So this one is got the main gun sections on it. Again, a 2-piece arrangement. It does have holes and pins, fairly large pins. Here's some of those middle track guys. You can see where it's actually angled right there, so I'm not sure where that's going. That could be these sections that are going up, lower section, then going an angle up, and then connecting up to the guide, guide wheels, or the sprocket wheels. Nice toe cables already molded and curved here. Some of that slat armor. Didn't know they were doing that, but I guess they are. Gee, I wonder where they got that idea from. Sorry, have to poke a little bit. Yeah, there's those curved guide horn center area sections for the curved area, so they are all done. There's that thing that I thought was a smoke discharger, but I'm not sure now what the heck it is. Still looks like a smoke discharger. Even now, someone in the comment section is putting, "It was a smoke discharger." We'll be like, yes, I got it right. Interesting way they decided to do this with these center guide horns. I mean, I guess because they are hollow in the center, it makes sense to do it this way, because otherwise it would be hard to do those sections any other way. Road wheels look nice. Again, tracks look nice. Some interesting detail, mostly bolt detail here with the various sprocket wheels and such. And I'm guessing they had probably really good reference for this vehicle, being they're in Russia and so forth. So, yeah, they definitely, I think the Russian subjects are where they tend to excel. The clear is bagged in here with the decals. Let's just quickly take a look at those, or both of those, if I can get this thing separated. There we go. Oh, and that's where all the netting is as well. So, a couple bits of net, some thicker and some thinner netting. Screening, we call that screen here because it looks kind of like a screen. Various different clear parts, mostly for viewports, I'm guessing. There's one large piece there, probably goes up somewhere in one of the turret bits. And those look good. Decals, interesting orange choice. I mean, red stars, but orange stripes. And some kind of designation there. I'm not sure if this is going to be a Russian Federation tank markings, or whether it's going to be Soviet. I can try to find that out here. What does it say? What does it say? Let's see. The T-14 Armata is a unique tank which has no analogs in the world. For the first time in the tank history, Russian designers have transformed the turret into an unmanned combat module. Okay, well that kind of makes sense why there's no hole there. Combat module and place the crew in an isolated armored capsule. The Armata's complex armor, supported by an active protection system, is able to withstand the hit of an existing anti-tank weapon, of any existing anti-tank weapon. The powerful gun with autoloader, directed by complex aiming system, surpasses any existing or forthcoming tanks of other countries. Well, I don't mean to sound rude, because, they sent me this kit for free, and they're Russian. But how do you know that? I mean, until it actually goes into combat and you actually see combat stuff, it's like you don't know whether it's going to surpass other countries. I mean, you only know by stats and things like that. Which, I'm not saying that it's bad design to do it that way, because obviously autoloaders, there was just a big thing on Facebook actually with some video where people are talking about the benefit of autoloaders and negatives of autoloaders and so forth. And autoloaders, obviously, since post-World War II, have becoming more and more a thing. So it makes sense that there's main battle tanks with autoloaders. But there's also something to be said for being able to get up and look out a commander's cupola. I'm going to say it right now. Cupola. It's a cupola. Cupola. Okay, sorry, cupola. Anyways, for those of you who didn't see the other video, I'm sorry, the joke is lost. So there are benefits to being able to actually they still have hatches here. It looks like that the drivers and maybe the commander can pop his head out of, but there's something to be said for being able to look out the top part and all around the vehicle. You can't look behind you when there's a big turret in the way there. So talk about that in the comment sections if you want. Then that's something to actually bring up about this whole setup. But yeah, they're also listing dates here, so I'm not really sure. I mean, I can do a little back history, obviously, on their Armata and see when this was being rolled out. It looks like a Russian Federation thing, though, not a Soviet thing. So at least I'm guessing from what's written on here. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the photos, though, of the close-up parts. That's what you've been waiting for. I'm sure you've been saying, Jim, stop talking, show us the photos. And that's what we'll do, and then we'll come back and conclude. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the photos of the new Zvezda T14 Armata. It does certainly looks like it's going to be an interesting build, and it's certainly a modern-looking tank. I mean, you can definitely say that has it going for it. I did actually just stick the upper and lower hull bits together to see how the fit was, and I can report that it looks very good. Not seeing any issues in terms of fit in terms of these parts going together. So, yeah, all good there. And again, just to reiterate, we do have this kit available for a build, feature, or review. I will say the same thing about this kit as I would say about the T35. Unfortunately, it is a long box, and it is a big, heavy kit. So shipping it overseas, unless you're going to reimburse us for shipping, is probably out of the question. And it would cost, I don't know, $32 to send it to most places in Europe, and that is probably getting in the range of the euro price for this kit anyway. So you could just go buy one. But we do have the kit available if someone here in the US is interested in doing a build on it, blog and that type of thing. We would definitely be interested in talking to you, and you can contact myself or Darren Baker via our emails on the website. If you don't know what those are, you can go to the About Us page, and it lists all the people's and their emails and address and stuff like that. So if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please leave those below in the comments section, whether you're on YouTube or our website. And if you like this video, you can click the like button, either again on our website or on YouTube. If you're not a subscriber already on YouTube, please subscribe. We appreciate that. And we will see you next time. Oh, and thanks to Zvezda, of course, for sending us this sample. And we will see you next time on Cracking the Box.